All right, today's video is about this Mac toolbox that I picked up, and I remember this vividly because I picked it up the same day I picked up a Snap-on clock that I did a restoration on. It was one of my first videos, so it was about 18 months ago, and I've been waiting for a time to clean this up and use it, and I finally found what I think I'm going to use it for. So let me take you into this and I'll take you through it. So I paid about $10 for this, which is a fantastic deal for a toolbox of this size. It measures 26 inches across. It's so long, it's actually hard to get it in the frame here. And it measures about 11 inches across. As you can see, it's got really nice handles here on it as well. You can see here the other side as well. And it seems to be really airtight. And the reason I say that, it stinks to high heaven when you open it up. You can see I got some mold on here, and I am going to have to clean this up pretty quick here because it's stinking up the shop as far as mildew. And then after I clean it up, what I would do is maybe put some Armor All on it, and then I'll show you what I'm going to use it for. But for $10, this is a fantastic deal. So what I'm using here is a product called 30 Seconds Outdoor Cleaner, and I use it on all my outdoor needs. I use it on my vinyl siding, I use it on concrete, I use it on lawn furniture, I use it on the pavers. And what you do is you mix it in a usual spray bottle, and it says to do 50-50. I do about 60-40, make it a little bit stronger. You mist it on, you let it sit for at least 30 seconds, brush it, and then just rinse it off. Sometimes it's a little stubborn. You might need to take 2 passes at it, but it works great, killing that allergy and mold. And here I am with the Armor All. And I learned how to Armor All as a young kid. My dad would sell a lot of used cars, and I was responsible for getting those dashboards and door panels Armor Alled up. And he would give me about a 2-inch by 2-inch piece of old t-shirt, and that's all I had. I feel very spoiled using a big rag like this. That thing would be pitch black when I was done. But what he told me was, you gotta, it's okay to do that first coat, but that second coat, leave a nice film on and let it soak in, and that's what I did here. All right, I haven't filled it yet, but this is what it looks like completed. Not a perfect detailed job, but it's pretty well detailed, and it'll be nice and protected, and it sure as heck does not stink anymore, most importantly. And that was the main reason I wanted to clean this up. But is this beautiful or what? Looks like it has the tray in there for putting some sockets in there. And to me, this looks like a nice toolbox to have on a wrecker or, like a service truck. And that's what this reminds me of. I grew up doing a lot of tows. I grew up in a transmission shop, and when I was real little, to keep me out of the way, they would just send me on the tows, and I was hooking up cars at probably 9-10 years old with the chains. And this is so airtight, watertight, I should say. This would be really great on a tow truck. I have no idea what this thing's worth. I really don't. So let me know in the comments section what you think it's worth. It's a Mac tool truck brand. I got to figure to getting at least $100 for this. I could not find a lot of information on it. I did a quick Google search, went on eBay, and it yielded no results. So I'm just really curious. Let me fill it up and show you what I'm going to use it for. So as I was filling it, I was saying, you know what? This is probably not the best use of this really nice toolbox. So I think what I'm going to do in the future is when I reorganize my other toolbox, I have a lot of drawers that are dedicated to plumbing and a lot of drawers that are dedicated to electrical. And that's what I'm going to make this box, either a plumbing or electrical box with those stuff in it. So when I'm doing one of those projects, I could just take the box with me and I have everything I need. But what I did for today is I made it for all of my clamps. They were just getting bundled. I couldn't close my drawers. They were in several drawers. They were hanging around. Ideally, you would like to hang clamps. I just do not have a great spot to hang them. So let me show you what this looks like. So for the time being, all my C-clamps are in here. So when I need something, I know where it is and I won't be searching for it. Those are those new clamps I just picked up for woodworking. There's some C-clamps underneath that as well. over here, this is the top, and you can see I got some smaller C-clamps in there, as well as some of those clip clamps. So probably not the best use of such a nice toolbox. So I think it'll be a temporary type of situation till I make it a plumbing or an electrical box. And the last thing I want to show you today is that $20 socket set that Scoutcrafters secured for me at that tool meet. And what I did is I cleaned it and preserved it. And how I did that is I used this maxi film. And if you haven't seen my video on this, I will put a link of this at the end. I love this stuff. I know today seems like I'm doing an infomercial on these products. Nobody gives me anything. Nobody pays me anything. Trust me. I just love these products. But this, I put about 2-3 coats on it, and you just put it on as a nice film, and it dries, and this will never rust again. It'll maintain that original look, which I think is just great. And then look at the inside. This is what makes this such a beautiful set. And what I did is I took everything out, cleaned it. You saw I re-oiled the ratchet in the video when I got this, and it sounds great. The other thing I did is I flipped this over and I reinforced it from underneath with some black electrical tape in any spots where it felt like it needed it. I put a big wrap around it as well with black electrical tape before I insert it back in to really hold it all together. That's what I've done with some of the other ones, and it works really well. I know people say you could use spray foam and this and that. My fear is that stuff expands way too much, and I'm just afraid it would damage it. So I didn't go that route on this. If you ever saw the video I did on the Stanley socket sets, I actually used a spray plasti dip, and it was all right. It came out okay, but I thought it was pretty a neat little fun project, but I wouldn't do that and mess up this beautiful SK socket set. So pretty cool. And one last look at everything. How about the chrome on this SK socket set? It is beautiful. Thank you, Scoutcrafter, once again for securing that for me till I got there to buy it. And look at the green case. That is going to be beautiful. Did not need a full resto. Just needed to be preserved. And I wiped it in and out all around with that maxi film. 2 or 3 coats of that. It'll last another couple of lifetimes. And one last look at the Mac toolbox. Beautiful toolbox, huh? Not bad for 10 bucks. If you know anything about it, maybe what it's worth, or if it's 5 years old, 10 years old, or so forth, put it in the comment section. All right, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.